Ujumpo of Ujumpo Unravels. If you're new, we'll say welcome. And if you're a family member, we'll see you. Yes, you. We'll see you and we'll say thank you. Dankeschön. Vielen Dank. Gracias. Dalo for sticking around with us. Okay, so today is the review of The Real Housewives of Lagos, episode 8. Hey, guys. I actually had to write everything down because there were so many pivotal moments, so many highlights, so many things to talk about. I think this video is going to be a little bit longer than normal. Iyabo called the ladies for like a peaceful talk, so that everyone would kind of like vent, say what it is that she doesn't like about the other, so that there would be peace and decorum. I'm thinking that was Iyabo's intention, yeah? So anyway, the ladies came. Let me grab my tea because this story is hot. So the ladies came and all sat and Iyabo started. Yeah. So Iyabo was like, okay, thank you ladies for being here. I called this meeting because of the message that was escalated between Caroline and Laura. And Iyabo now started, boom, and hit Laura so hard. She said, Laura, it's rather funny that you, the second latecomer in the group, is the one complaining. So Iyabo and all the ladies expected that if Laura had issues, because clearly she had issues because she complained before the ladies got there. If you had issues and you still felt you were not satisfied with what Iyabo said, it was your perfect moment at the table to actually call the ladies to order. So Iyabo nipped that. And then in response, Laura felt attacked. I don't necessarily think that is the case, but let me tell you guys what I think. I think that apparently Carol, or rather Laura, is not that mature with handling her feelings in such a way that, yes, she probably might be poked, but she now would be the one to express that in such a way that everybody watching would think she's actually the trouble. Again, the way she reacts to these things actually would give an impression that apparently she has inferiority complex. Maybe she doesn't, but I'm saying the way is perceived based on the fact that she's only just reacting to what was done to her. Again, I feel that the behavior would kind of suggest to somebody else that maybe you feel you are less than. But one would ask, why would you be less than and still be a part of the show? If the organizers didn't think you to be as good as these ladies, of course you wouldn't be casted. Another way to look at it also is that maybe she's that kind of a person that doesn't like to be confrontational. Maybe she's that kind of a person that doesn't know how to hold her emotions and talk as calmly as Iyabo did when she's angry. So maybe she's that kind of a person that will need to calm down first and then address the issue. Because maybe she knows that if she starts talking there and then, she would yell and shout and she would actually miss the mark and nobody would actually hear her because she's not communicating. Tony spoke up. So Tony said, okay, Carol, I don't think you should have actually started writing the message. And given, I know you were pissed at the dinner table. I was also pissed myself. But I was trying to cheer you up. I was trying to make you a little bit more comfortable and relaxed. But what did you do? You attacked me. You told me that I'm trying too much. Me, your friend, the only person on this table that genuinely and directly cares for you, is the person you're also turning around to attack and saying, I am doing too much. So this is me now trying to respect myself and just wait it out and just give you the space you need since you feel I'm trying too much, And Carol actually now, or rather Laura, I don't know why I keep on mixing these girls' names. Anyway, Laura now felt that Tony is not being a good friend by saying that what Tony should have said there was to support her. So telling her sins in front of other ladies is not what a real loyal friend should do. Tony, on the other hand, was saying, no, if your friend doesn't tell you the truth, then that person is not your real friend. Friendship is not about me supporting you when you do evil. It's about me telling you even when you do evil. And Laura was like, even if I do evil, I did evil, couldn't you have called me aside and speak to me about it as against talking to me here in front of the ladies? And Tony, of course, was like, oh, okay. So it's okay for you to insult me in front of the ladies. It's okay for you to disrespect me in front of the ladies. But it's not okay for me to call out your bullshit in front of the ladies. I mean, what you're asking of me, you don't even give that. Your relationship enthusiast will come in here. Yeah? And for me, guys, comment and tell me what you think being a loyal friend is. But personally, I can understand a bit of what Laura was saying and a bit of what Tony was saying. Yeah? Yes, I'm your friend and I'm supposed to be your loyal friend. So I'm supposed to watch your back. Watching your back does not mean I have to condone and accept when you do bad things. Yeah? But I could actually try to look for a private time to tell you when we're just together to say, girl, I'm your friend, you know I love you, but you know this thing you did is not appropriate. Yeah, I get that. But what then happens when you that claims that you're a loyal friend shushes me in front of other people? So you shush me in front of other people when I'm trying to lend a helping hand. And you also still expect me to still be that loyal friend even when you're messing up, when you've even insulted me. I mean, it doesn't make sense now. And honestly speaking, personally, I believe Tony was trying to be as neutral as possible, given she admitted that Laura is her friend. No two ways about it. But because there's crisis, she was just trying to be as neutral as possible to see if they could actually resolve this crisis. That is my understanding of what Tony was trying to say, right? So yes, Laura, I agree that Caroline actually shot below the belt. You were just talking about you guys and she moved on to you being pimped to one ex-governor. Come on. This is something that can actually break home or homes. This is hey, wait, let me sip tea. Guys, Caroline actually went below the belt. Like, what? Okay, let me calm down, because if I take it like this, I'm gonna model everything up. Okay, so that was actually Tony's point of view. Chioma zukwanike ko felolalo zulugini. Hey! Chioma is super calculated. Miriam actually described her right. Miriam said that she knows that when they were inventing the calculator, Chioma is one of those buttons there. What? She was sitting pretty. She wasn't going to let anything change the brand image she has worked so hard to create for herself, which is, I'm classy, I'm soft-spoken, I am not drama, I don't talk, I don't shout. So she actually kept it cool. One person said, I think it was Tony, I can't remember, or no, it was Laura that said, Chioma would just, in Igbo they would say, Otagona fugon, meaning she will bite you and blow you so you won't feel the pain. So she will go tell you something about somebody and just sit back and watch you dramatize the drama she would have done. But she doesn't want to dramatize it because you know what? She doesn't want to dent her crown. She's a queen and a princess all together. Chamiko puzukwanike. So Chioma actually told the group that she didn't appreciate how Iyabo was warning her. And then she kept on flogging it. She also said it in episode 7. You guys should stop flogging this because if you keep flogging this, I'm not going to mean this sorry again. So meaning she's not even really apologetic in my opinion. You can't say you're sorry and you're talking like that. You can't. Anyway, so she also still said it in episode 8 that she didn't like the fact that, the ladies, or rather Iyabo was flogging this, you're a latecomer thing. But anyway, she decided not to dramatize it or make a meal about it. But she didn't like being called up like that as if she's a child or something like that. And just Iyabo gave it to her. I like Iyabo, Sha. I'm beginning to like Iyabo a little bit. Iyabo gave it to her and said, Chioma, no, don't start that with me. Don't do that with me. Don't. Every of the ladies were trying to make Laura understand that she brings the drama. You are that high maintenance kind of friend that anytime people hang out with you, they are skeptical of what you're gonna do. When they look at your face, you tell them they're doing too much. When they don't look at your face, you say they're not being loyal friends. What do you want, Laura? What do you want? So that was what Miriam said. Let's talk about Laura and what she had to say. So earlier, before this particular meeting, Laura had sat her husband down to tell her husband the rumor. or the accusation that Caroline laid on her, that she saw her being pimped to an ex-governor, at a hotel. So she reminded her husband that in 2017, when she wrote her book, How to Make Money on Instagram, that she remembered that a friend, someone, took her to the governor because the president had something, in a hotel with entertainers. So most governors were there. This particular governor was there. So she told a common friend who knows the governor to introduce her to the governor because she wanted to actually market her book to the governor. So the husband was like, hey, I remember now, I dropped you now downstairs. In my mind, I'm like, where would you drop her before? Is it not downstairs that you would drop her? Sorry guys, this is so funny. Of course it's downstairs that you drop her. But anyway, so the husband was like, yes, I dropped you downstairs now, I remember. And she now said, okay, she walked upstairs. And she saw that lady in the room, that is Caroline, and other entertainers, other actresses and all that, and she saw them there. So she introduced herself and talked to the governor about the book, and the governor bought 2. And she even left Caroline in the room. So for Caroline to come out and now write that Caroline was there when she saw that they pimped her to the governor, that is really very defaming, and that is really very inhumane and callous of her, very brutal of Caroline to do that. She was really very hurt. So the husband was like, don't even mind that. She now said, anyway, I'm sure that the reason Caroline is saying that is because she's sad and because she's divorced. So she wants her to be divorced as she is and be lonely and sad as she is. So apparently that's why Caroline is saying that. And the husband now said, okay, fine, I have a question. She that is saying she saw you in the room, that they brought you for the governor, what was she doing in the room? For me, that was a brilliant question. You know what I mean? In Igbo, they say, meaning if you're doing something kurukere, another kurukere person will see you. So in essence, let's even assume that the claim that Caroline laid on Laura is true. You, Caroline, what were you doing in the room? What were you doing in the room as well? You know what I mean? So, and Tony said something. Don't look for Caroline's trouble, oh. Don't look for Caroline's trouble because she will kill you. And that she did, my friends. She murdered Laura. She murdered Laura's reputation. Now, everybody's now saying, did Laura do this? Was she really pimped? Could Caroline be saying the truth? Or is Caroline actually lying? You know that kind of thing, that kind of accusation that will not confuse your followers. You know that kind of thing, that accusation that will make people begin to think, oh, so Laura is also one of those girls. You know that kind of thing. But anyway, the point is, I felt that Caroline actually hit below the belt. I cannot tell somebody how to react when they're angry, but the truth of the matter is, there are some things that are not supposed to be said, especially about a married woman. In the public of a woman. Oh my goodness, Caroline, you went so far. There's another angle that I'm looking at this thing from, which is where Laura said that clearly Caroline is sad and she would wish her to be divorced. That was why she said that. I don't know how that sits with me, Yeah, I cannot believe that Caroline is sad. You know why? Because she said it herself at her boho party. She said, you think I'm happy that I'm divorced? She said that herself. So clearly you're not happy that your marriage didn't work. You said that. So it's your word. Okay, check. Then the second part. Laura saying, clearly she wants me to be divorced. That's why she's saying that. Because loneliness needs company or something like that. Come on. I don't think that when someone is divorced, that if the person says something negative, it means that the person actually wants or wishes every married woman to be divorced. Come on now. It's not that serious, is it? Guys, comment and tell me what you think. There are women that are happily single, happily divorced. Maybe their ex-husbands were very violent. So they are happy being alive and single than being in a marriage with an abuser. You know all these things when we are single or when we are young, and you eventually now get married. People will not tell you, hey, don't be friends with your single friends because they're jealous. Come on, it's not that serious. I beg. I mean, I'm sorry, that's how I say it. That is not to say that we don't have sad, angry people. But it doesn't have to be sad, single people. There are also sad, married people. There are also women that are in their marriages and they are so sad that they actually are wishing you bad, even though they are married. So I don't, we have this impression in this country that when you're married, you're happy. and every other person that is single is sad. So be careful of those sad single people because they want to have what you have. What makes you think that even if they dash them your husband, they will take? Come on now. We should stop saying these things. I mean, I don't think it makes sense. What makes you think that those single women, if you dash them your husband with even money on top, that they will take? They probably will not take. They're happy being single. They're enjoying their singlehood. And when the husband comes, the right one though, they would marry. Likewise, some married women that are actually very happy in their homes. There are people that are really enjoying their homes. And if they were to do it again, they would do it with their husbands over and over again. So personally, I don't like when people say single people are sad because they're single and married people are happy because they're married. That's not true. Some married people are sad. Some single people are happy. And of course, some married people are happy and some single people are sad. So it has nothing to do with being single and sad and being married and happy. It has to do with you. Because marriage doesn't make you happy. Marriage doesn't bring happiness. You gotta find happiness within. So that when the man comes, he augments, not makes you rather, but augments, adds to your happiness, the already existing happiness. Okay? So I don't share that opinion at all. I don't believe that because Caroline is divorced, she wishes every married woman to be divorced as she is. For me, that doesn't make sense. What started the fight was actually when Laura now said, I've told you this before and I'll say it again. When next you lay false accusation about my sister, Linda, I swear to God, I'm going to go physical on you. She told Caroline. And Caroline said, why don't you start now? And stood up. Why don't you start now? Look at this bitch. You are just a gutter girl. You're so classless. You're so ghetto. You're so useless. You have inferiority complex. That is your problem. Inferiority complex is your problem. You lie a lot. Look at this broke girl. You don't have it. Hey, girls, a lot were said. So Laura, of course, stood up and now threw water on her, was trying to attack her. So she now said, if you touch me, I'm going to put a permanent scar on your face, said Caroline. They were trying to fight, though. They were holding them. People were just trying to block them. Chioma eventually now managed to take Caroline out and told Caroline, this girl is winning. She's actually trying to dent your crown. You know, Chioma and crown, I don't know. She and crown, you know, she was like, she wants to dent your crown, blah, blah, blah. Don't allow her, blah, blah, blah. So as they were coming in, because before they left, Caroline now said to Laura, look at you, a duplicate or something like that. You know, so she left with Chioma, you know, when Chioma went to talk to her. As she was coming in, Laura was now saying, look at this one that is saying duplicate. A girl that is married to a billionaire and she doesn't even have one single designer. Relationship enthusiasts will talk here. Boom. We and this designer thing. What has class got to do with designers? You know, we in Nigeria, we don't know how to separate these things. I need to do a video about this and teach young girls. You know, in Nigeria, we believe when you speak good English, when you wear designers, you're classy. So this thing that they're doing now, they feel they're classy though. Fighting, yeah? They're classy. You know why they're classy in their mind? Because they have designers and they speak English. Come on. So Laura was saying, look at somebody that's saying this, this classless girl that doesn't even have designers to her name. Look at somebody that's calling somebody duplicate. You don't even have designers. You're married to a billionaire, but you don't have designers, you know. And boom, Caroline actually went, not just now below the belt, but went below the groin. Did you hear that? She struck again and said, look at you, I will say it. So you came after my ex-husband, but I cannot come after your husband. That B, you're the one feeding your husband. What does your husband have? Did you see Laura's wig fall off? She was mad. Yeah, she was mad. Oh, Caroline, you went far. Guys, I'm going to say this, yeah? What is loyalty, actually? When you say someone is your friend, what does it mean? Does it then mean that if the person kills someone, you should actually follow them and say, yeah, and so, you kill somebody and so, and so? But then again, I kind of understand what Laura was saying, to be honest. Like, she felt that although Tony wanted to have a sincere conversation that day, she wanted the ladies to air their views or their hearts, you know, no pretense. Let's just say the truth. Even my friend, I'm going to tell you the part you play that is not good. Tell me also the part I play that is not good. Let's quash this thing and move on. Apparently, that was the energy Toyin came with. But you know, when the thing was now escalated, and you see that your friend, you know, her husband was spoken about in a very derogatory manner, you know, she also was actually, you know, shattered. Her reputation was actually affected because they said that she was pimped. I would feel, in all fairness, that a friend should actually stand up more. Not saying you should fight Caroline, of course not. But you should, because she didn't say a word, she was just sitting. She didn't say a word. The only time she stood up was when she saw that Laura was trying to be physical. She tried to, you know, to prevent Laura from touching Caroline, and tried to prevent Caroline from, my pen, trying to prevent Caroline from touching Laura. But I would think that a friend would speak up more. A friend would say in front of the ladies there, Caroline, you went far. Caroline, you shouldn't have said what you said about Laura. Caroline, there's no reason for you to bring Laura's husband to this place. There's no way for you to talk bad about Laura's husband. You know, you should have said that. You should have, honestly speaking. But do I expect you to come and fight? No. Do I expect you to now lie because you're protecting your friend? No. But you should have. Yeah, you should have. And even when, you know, she wrote the messages she wrote, she claimed that nobody called her afterwards. Even you, Tony, didn't call her, and you're her friend. But then again, I understand your irritation, because you, Tony, you were so also irritated with Laura because you were trying to be nice to her at the dinner table and she insulted you. So maybe you were also dealing with your own. Remember, this whole thing is highly edited. If we were to watch the whole thing, we'll have different reviews altogether, to be honest. Yeah. But again, we could only review from the little they showed us now. Yeah. And that's why we're doing this. And I'm happy doing this, because if there's no bas, I wouldn't have had anything to review, you know. But really, as a relationship enthusiast, the point now is, I think I'm beginning to realize that we need to educate ourselves, right? Because we don't even have, most people don't even have social etiquette. Some people don't even have social skills. Like, I kind of feel that maybe Laura's job, being that she's always in the comfort of her home, creating content and being paid for that, rarely she goes for events and all that. I think not being social or going out a lot could be affecting her social skills, because I know I could be emotional myself as well, and a lot of people could be emotional themselves. And you know, most times when we're emotional, we go towards anger, because anger and violence is a little bit easier. You know what I mean? As against being honest to ourselves as to what we feel. If Laura, for example, the emotion she was feeling is disrespect, for example, or the emotion she was feeling is she feels that the ladies are looking down on her for some reason, for instance, you know, it would be hard for an average person to come to that room and say, guys, the reason I didn't talk on the table is that I felt a little bit intimidated. The reason I didn't talk on the table is because I felt that if I were to start talking, I might shout, I might not be able to construct my words right. The reason I didn't talk is that I'm feeling insecure about A, B, C. The truth is that when you go there, you have more respect. But the truth is, would people go there? The answer is no. Because your ego as a person will tell you not to go there. Your ego as a person will tell you to go for violence and anger, to be able to mask whatever it is you're feeling. So I'm using this opportunity to tell us, honestly speaking, that sometimes when we feel something, there are so many emotions, right? All emotions are not really anger, and all emotions should not go into violence. When you feel something, I'm also talking to myself as well, because we all are on learning and relearning. I've not figured it out though. So don't think I know this life and I know what I'm saying or doing. No, I'm as confused as you are. But the truth is, no matter how confused we are, we should actually continue to learn and be better versions of ourselves. So most times when you feel a certain kind of emotion, maybe the right thing to do is sit with that emotion for a minute and ask yourself genuinely, what am I feeling? When you're able to identify what you're feeling, there is pride and there is respect and power in airing exactly what you're feeling, as against going towards anger, because anger comes easier. So anyway, guys, that is my review. I know this is a little bit lengthy, but it's worth it. Share, watch, comment, and tell me what you think. Remember to always subscribe, like, share, and of course comment. Till next time, guys, hang in there, for the very best is next. Love you. Ciao, bye.